Alright, we're here. After who knows how long. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
We're doing this a little differently now, so instead of streaming every last piece of this, we're just going to record the main story pretty much and hit up supports while we're at it. You forgot to go to the supports.
I know, I'm just saying, like, showing the calendar. We're going to be skipping pretty much extra missions and, like, classroom stuff. It just takes up so much time. It's one of those, like, if I'm not trying to, like, explain everything or we talk about it, we just power through it, like, quicker.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try not to skip supports, but things happen. Also, I don't think I can get these yet. Oh, I can get this one. Oh, he's from a different class, so I can't talk to him right now.
Get wrecked.
I can get Rhea.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me. What a sweet child you are. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
I think that one she's offended by. Well, that's not exactly a lie.
Is that so? Unfortunately, I am unable to believe that such words fell from Gerald's lips. I want you to know that you are free to speak candidly. There is no need to spare me from the truth, however harsh it may be. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
There's just something about her that's, like, untrustworthy.
Yeah, well, I mean, her main, like, character description, she's hiding stuff. And it's true, she's hiding so much. Even the stuff, like, I played through the game once, and I still don't fully know her story.
Just what are you up to?
I mean,
well,
I do, but
if it
don't.
isn't Lorenz.
Yes, it is. Try not to sound so affronted. And you're just whimsically wandering the monastery grounds again, I suppose?
Oh, naturally. After all, I really do adore the Garrick Mach Monastery.
No, I think not. That impish look on your face does not suggest innocence. You are up to something.
Lorenz, control yourself. Let's not start throwing around baseless accusations. It's not proper. This monastery is packed with 1,000 years of history. Well, 5 years shy of 1,000 if we're going for accuracy. Those pillars, these walls, even the floor, they've all seen more than we can possibly imagine. Our distant ancestors may have walked these very halls. Doesn't that excite you?
Perhaps if this were a discussion about art, but I'm afraid walls and floors are not sufficiently interesting to hold my attention. nor will they suffice to distract me from what is plainly suspicious about you. House Regan was on the brink of collapse until they suddenly revealed you as their legitimate heir. That was only a year ago. Where were you before then? Are you even a true heir to House Regan?
If I weren't truly of House Regan descent, how do you imagine I acquired my crest?
A crest is insufficient. I am referring to your noble disposition or lack thereof.
Well, that's what I came here to hone, after all. I can only hope that you will assent to instruct me in the art of snobbery, Professor Lorenz.
I do not think you grasp the significance of the responsibility you bear. Do you even know what it means to lead the Leicester Alliance? I take no pleasure in saying this, but much of the chaos in our ranks right now is due to the failings of House Regan's leadership. I intend to set things right, and once I expose you for the fraud you are and reclaim my rightful place, that is precisely what I will do. To be blunt, it would have been better had you never shown your face here.
He doesn't like him.
That guy, he just can't be reasoned with.
Also, that's like the most serious I've ever seen Lorenz. Usually he's so flirty with everyone.
I mean, he's got a point. It's like you came out of nowhere, but at the same time, it's like he does have the crest. It proves his bloodline. It's like, but I'm saying like it doesn't prove anything. It proves everything. And because noble is all about bloodline, it's like you're assist. That's just that. And again, he had a point. It's like I came here to learn to be a noble.
It didn't work. Odd. My logic was sound, or so I thought.
Ah, Lysithea. I've just happened upon some lovely tea leaves. Would you care to join me for a cup?
Nope. Busy.
While I admire
Shut
your
down.
dedication to research, you simply must take breaks now and again for the sake of your health.
I am perfectly capable of knowing when to stop. I'm no child, I'll have you know.
Come now, take just a brief respite. Look, I've even brought snacks to go with the tea.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty tasty. All right, fine.
Well, what do you think? These are made especially for my house. I've loved them since I was a boy.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Actually, this is delicious. You have excellent taste, Lorenz.
Have as much as you'd like. For the sake of our friendship, I consider it well worth the investment. I'd like to know more about you, Lysithea. Where did you learn such a command of magic? When you were a child, what kind of...
Come on. Can't we just enjoy the snacks? I loathe talking about myself.
Openness is a prerequisite to successful diplomacy. You'll learn that when you take your first real steps into high society.
Can you stop with the kid treatment? I mean, really, is age the only thing you consider when engaging with others?
But there's nothing the matter with being young. There is a role to be played at every stage in life. That is how we learn and grow.
Are you even listening? Ugh, it's like you can't even help yourself but to continue treating me like a child.
I absolutely recognize your raw ability. You possess quite a rare gift for magic. I hope we can find a way for you to use that gift to help as many people as we can. Surely you can agree to that, at least.
You really are relentless. I'll spell this out for you once more. I don't care.
You're headstrong, just like me. That very quality will ensure a better future for Fodlan.
I, sir, am nothing like you. You're bullheaded and boorish, and utterly fixated on the future. All you care about is what's to come. Sure, it's all well and good to be thinking about such lofty things. However, for me, the future's a very long ways off. Better to focus on the present, on the here and now. Thanks for the tea.
Lysithea?
Feels like a lot of these supports are just them arguing.
Yeah, that's also kind of like how their culture, like not culture, their country is, where it's like it's just craziness. I think it actually like they're yelling at each other, but it's also just like, yeah, they're very expressive about what they believe in. I don't think I can do that one yet.
What are you writing there, Hilda? Wait, let me guess. You're replying to one of your brother's letters, right?
Of course. It's a pain, but I make sure to always send him a response, otherwise he'll worry. It's much easier than when we lived together. A few letters here and there are a small price to pay for this peaceful, brother-free environment.
Well, that's a fine thing to do regardless of your reasons. As for me, it's been far too long since I've written to my parents.
Oh, I thought your father had died.
Not quite. He's still alive and kicking, as far as I know. The late Duke who died in an accident was my uncle.
I see. I do recall you mentioning that your mother was born into the Regan family. What's your father like, if you don't mind me asking?
He's quite the extravagant character. When I was a kid, he used to tie me to a horse and drag me around.
Excuse me?
In all fairness, I was quite a little brat. The horse thing sounds worse than it is. There's sort of a trick to it.
A trick I hope I never need to learn. Your mother didn't step in and make him stop?
Gods no, she'd just laugh right along with him. If my father is extravagant, my mother's more like a warrior goddess, or maybe a demon queen. This one time, she got into an argument with my combat instructor and wound up in a full-on fist fight with the guy. What's more, she won. My instructor was a mighty warrior, undefeated in 100 battles, but even he was no match for her.
Huh? But your mother is a lady of nobility.
True, but she was the kind of woman to elope with the man she loved and throw it all away. Not your average duchess at all.
Ooh, they eloped! I like that. It's so romantic. Imagine abandoning your family forever to be with the one you love. Not everyone can do that.
It's not a question of can, it's a question of will. Even someone like you who generally despises effort would pull out all the stops for something you really care about. Isn't that right?
Excuse me? I put in plenty of effort.
Hey, that was a compliment. Anyhow, I look forward to the day when something inspires you to try your absolute hardest. It will be something to behold.
And Lorenz is with everybody. The ellipses battle.
He's about to get creepy though. He gets creepy with all the.
What is it, Marianne?
I'm curious why you've been eating your meals near me as of late. I'm not much for conversation. I'm always at a loss for words, and I never know how to respond to questions.
Well, it's true that there are some who prefer a lively dinner table, but I prefer to eat in peace. With you, my meals are a relaxing experience. In fact, you are the most peaceful dining companion I've ever had.
Really?
There is a real grace and fluidity to your every movement. I greatly appreciate refined table manners. Observing you all this time, I believe I've realized what is so striking about you. Your beauty comes from the heart. It is an inner beauty. It is not some flamboyant pageantry, a product of external adornment or grooming. When I first noticed it, I thought that it could use some refinement, a little polish. But I was mistaken. You are perfect in your natural state, just as you are.
You think I'm beautiful? Just the way I am?
Certainly. To add a superficial luster on top of what you already possess would be offensively redundant.
No one's ever said anything like that to me before.
Alas, I am the only one with eyes. But perhaps it is for the best that your beauty not be revealed to all the world. Yes, it is certainly better that only I, Lorenz Hellman Gloucester, can appreciate your true magnificence. And on that note, I bid you farewell.
What a strange person. But being called beautiful just the way I am, that was nice to hear.
That wasn't that creepy, even though he got a little bit full of himself at the end there, but
It was like a train falling off a bridge, that peaceful quietness before it hits the ground, and then he hit the ground. It's like, that's Lorenz.
yeah.
It was beautiful until he said something more.
So he's like, oh, but at least only I can appreciate that.
It's like if he just stopped and go like, that's it, it'd been perfect. It'd been like, okay, that was like, it was starting to get creepy, but then it's like it actually got touching, and he's like, but only I can enjoy it. It's like, ugh.
Is that Raphael?
Yeah, I get it. But you can't be so picky. You need some meat in your diet. I don't know if you can eat human food, but bug meat might be good for you. That's right. You need to eat plenty of bug meat if you want to get big and strong like me. No more sweets for you.
What? He's talking to a bird?
Huh? Is someone there? Oh, Marianne! You're right on time. This little birdie was telling me that he misses you. And, oh, it flew off.
It appears so.
Why do you think birds fly away when there's more than one person around? Birds never seem to stay put unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures. They tend to fly away when they're startled.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops, that was probably too loud for the birds. Come on, Raphael. Keep it down. How's this? Do you think we'd be able to talk to birds together like this? I still haven't met a bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.
Huh? I thought you were just talking to one.
I was mostly talking at him, not to him. He just said chirp chirp and stuff like that. I had no idea what he was talking about. I don't think he understood me either. Marianne, you always know which birds understand what you're saying, right? Next time you find a bird who understands you, I hope you let me know so I can join the conversation.
Now what am I supposed to do?
That one was weird.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's everybody, I think.
Save.
Now for the actual mission.
Have like Amiibos on my desk.
Still no sign of Flayn. What should we do, Teach? I'll admit, I'm out of schemes here.
Professor! Claude, something's very wrong. Please, hurry to Professor Euritza's room.
Euritza. Ah, the combat professor with the mask. He has always been rather suspicious. We must hurry.
Oh, is it the guy that's like, I'm totally evil?
Knock knock. Is anybody... Whoa! Professor Manuela!
I heard a scream coming from here just moments ago. It must have been Professor Manuela.
She's unconscious. She was clearly attacked by someone.
Hey, it kind of looks like Professor Manuela is pointing at something.
So we follow where she's pointing and... Oh, what do we have here? There's a rather suspicious hole behind that shelf.
What is the meaning of... Wait, is that Manuela? What happened here? We must take her to the infirmary immediately. You, don't just stand there. Help me carry her.
Right. Hold down the fort for me, Teach. I'll be back once we get Professor Manuela taken care of.
What could have happened here? And where is Professor Euritza?
This must be related to that girl's disappearance. What if she's being held captive down there? Well, no, that's crazy, right?
Let's investigate, team.
Right. It's scary, but... okay.
Don't be a coward, Ignatz. We'll be fine, as long as we stick close to the professor.
You're right. Well, what should we do?
We've got to investigate. Lead the way, Professor.
The culprit could be hiding inside, so let's be extra cautious.
Oh, it's way way too creepy down here. And it smells funny. And... Ah! A person! They're unconscious.
Flayn.
Yes! It's Flayn! Oh, but there's someone else too.
Someone is coming. That scythe. Could it be the night we fought at the Holy Mausoleum?
That sword. You must be. One of us will die. The other will live. I will enjoy this dance of damnation.
Alright, I forgot it was this mission, so I might change up some of my skills and what's it called? Gambits.
Okay.
Because it's possible to kill him. But you have to be like I know it's possible to kill him in later missions. This one though is harder. Well, the early missions are harder because your gambits usually suck.
A lot of enemies.
So yeah, it's really it's gonna be really difficult, but it's not impossible to kill him. Take the Dark Seal. Just gonna do that. Okay. So one group's gonna go to the right. It's a small group, like 1 or 2 people. And one group's gotta go to the left. Well, the main group's gotta go left. The thief definitely has to go right, so I think that's probably. But then who's gonna go with him? Wait. Oh, cool.
Huh.
I'm bringing Anna because, well, I have enough people. Wait, does Anna have support? No.
I think Anna had supports.
Well, I wasn't sure they made it with just your main character and main character only.
Hmm.
That's why I was like, I thought maybe she could, so I guess she can't. Anna is my thief, so I could just make her go that way. Well, she is a thief, she's not my thief. I am going to give her a bow. So, maybe Anna and Cyril? Cyril has support with that. We have with us currently. Oh, most people. Well, no, half. I just don't know if it's gonna be enough for the two of them to like take on all of this by themselves.
Right.
Because I don't remember if like reinforcements spawn. I want to say they do. Yeah, because you can see like that your enemies died. So enemies definitely respawn there. Should I send Raphael? I don't want to. Well, oh, I can send Leone. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna send Leone and Cyril to the right. I'm sure they can actually support. They cannot, so I'm not going to do that because they don't have any support for each other. I thought they would have because they both have mercenaries. You know what? Hilda and Cyril are going to go to the right. Oh. Here we go. These three are going to go to the right. Everyone else is going to the left. And it will be actually the one lockpicking most of the stuff. And that should be 5. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You good?
It's difficult.
Professor, we need to defeat the Death Knight and then rescue Flayn.
Did that say you had a 25 turn time limit?
Look at that strange tile over there. I bet something will happen if you step on it.
Was there? I bet there's a time limit. Yeah. We will have plenty of time.
You can't lose. You can do it.
It's actually been a while. I didn't scribble
me?
mine. It's my tax. Oh goodness, that's awful.
Ready when you are.
Leave it to me. You underestimated me.
Destroyed.
Stay focused.
I got this.
Wow, this guy can't even hurt you.
What's a bow guy?
Well, no, but even that guy does 0 times 2 on you.
Oh.
Ready anytime.
That's unfortunate.
That it is.
Let's get to it. That's the spirit.
That's not a win.
I'd call that a win.
Those are all archers. That's a insurrection. What's up? I can't hear you. What's up? Oh, am I? Okay, I'll put it closer. I think taking out this guy will be important.
That is that.
Did you just use your holy weapon?
No.
No. Okay.
Don't scare me like that.
Well, I saw like that healing thing come out, and I was like, uh-oh.
Hey, look at that. You get a double
You
strike
can
on this guy.
kill someone.
I actually won.
I think I've gotten stronger.
It's a weird level up.
It was, but
I guess it worked out. I wonder how much more I can learn.
She's trying hard to become that dancer you want her to be.
I actually might turn into turning her to that dancer.
Got some charisma. Oof.
Oof is right. Less oof, but still oof.
Why is he so bad?
He takes a while to build up on. I meant to get Hilda into like the dance so that she could the move boost, so she could actually run up and attack him, but that was my bad.
Aye aye.
And you're just going up as backup and allowing a mobile lockpick. Wait. Can I just steal your thing? You don't have any abilities to prevent me from stealing your thing, do you? I could just steal you the scroll from you and then kill whoever's left. Because that's the problem, is like once all the enemies on the map die, the mission's over. So the idea is you're supposed to get in here, and if you want to kill them, you have to like unlock the door, kill one or two of these guys, and focus on him hard. If you can't do that, you open the door, kill everyone else, and then him.
I thought I gave it my all.
That's a big shield.
I gave her an iron shield accessory. Do this.
I'm all sweaty.
Could you have attacked with her first and given him the kill?
Probably, but I also was like, I don't know. Let's counterattacks. These mages will mess me up. Careful.
You can't compete with me.
Now's our chance.
That's unfortunate.
Whoa! Look at those weird contraptions on the floor.
So much weaving.
Naturally.
Did that Gambit drop their attacks?
Yeah, they take a 10% stat penalty.
Like, man, these enemies are like super tanky.
I can't afford to lose.
As expected. We must all do our part.
I forgot you made him a thief too.
Yeah, it's just kind of what happened. Move it. Okay, tag and move.
I just worked harder.
Man, when did she get so strong? Like, what? Why is she so high level?
She's always just is always gonna like one-shot stuff.
Been so long, I don't remember. I feel like there might have been a situation where like she just got surrounded by our enemies and she just killed them all.
She's just her magic stats like through the roof.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's like level 16 and everyone else is like level 13 or less.
Oh, I think it's just because she one-shots everything, so it's like she gets all the experience. And I can't, like, it's hard to use her, like, to weaken someone, so it's, I don't know. Or if I'd say even initiate fights early. So slow. That's okay.
I'm getting better.
I don't mean he shouldn't be slow, but
What?
oh yeah, he's got a skill. He's got a what is it? Seal attack. Seal strength. Here has seal def. She's got a seal speed. Oops. Well, getting two shot. Is there anyone level 12?
Sorry, don't know my own strength.
Well done.
I shall be right back.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Perfect.
Shot.
Misses the first hit, crits on the second.
That takes care of that.
I mean, whatever works.
I didn't mean to do that.
Way to do it anyways. We need to run all the way over there and just not attack.
Pretty much.
Nice. Is your kid okay over there? I heard him getting stabbed while I was in the other room.
Oh, he's gonna onslaught me? Really? Alright. I think it's also because she has healing magic. I've been using her to heal and get a ton of experience.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt too bad. That's what you get.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, I guess. Thought he was silenced.
He was silenced last turn.
Oh.
Never gave him that? Okay. Let's give other people a chance to... Okay. Now, I can try going the convoy, pulling out a hand axe, and try killing him now. I'm gonna do it.
Well, not quite.
What spell is he gonna use? Fire? I could just heal. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but are you gonna kill the first one and then the other one's gonna take its place and kill him?
Nah, he's not gonna move.
Oh, okay.
Another one down.
How many keys?
Lots of keys. But since I have like, I have thieves for days.
Yep. How do you get down to that chest?
There are warp panels. One of the panels will take me there. That's not what I thought he'd do.
Nice roll.
It's a tactical roll. It's advanced techniques.
Shot.
I like how she dodged after the arrow animation like went through her body.
Oh, don't question these things.
Ready when you are.
Oh, you anti-speeded him, didn't you?
Oh yes, just as I planned. Definitely didn't think of that as a hindsight. Nope.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, worked out.
That worked out.
Yes, that's what I said.
Strength in action.
Oh.
Okay. Dang it, Ignatz. Again with this 1 HP. Will anyone else need the experience?
Oh, he can't do it. Oh, that's unfortunate. He doesn't have the movement.
Darn.
Just give it to my medic.
I guess it worked out. Is this power
Ooh,
really mine?
I need her. Oh, if I decide to turn into the dancer. Man, I really don't know who I want to turn into the dancer.
Said she needed 13 to be dancer.
I think they said at least 12 or 13. It's one of those like low teen numbers.
Well, I guess that means she's met the requirements now at least.
It is decided.
Oh no, the gamut. Lorenz, don't suck. Oh, it sucks to suck.
Oh no. Your main character too, though.
Oh. Don't be a Lorenz.
Nope. Oh, there you go.
Magnificent.
The characters just love to be slightly too weak. Which I mean would be great if you're like trying to farm experience for Cyrus or whatever his name is, but he's not over here. Ooh, they can attack you.
Takes care of that.
She likes to crit a lot, doesn't she?
Sure feels like it.
Ooh. Gotta keep improving.
Good level up.
Impressive.
Thank you. Guess I'm pretty strong.
Sure you got enough door keys over there?
Nope. Need more. No, stop being too good. Oh, I mean...
Fine, I guess we'll just have to use our holy weapon on him.
There we go. I just gotta, like, not super kill him.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Fun to watch.
Okay. Guess it was crit then. Oh, okay.
Ew, mages.
Oh, good thing. Well, yeah, we'll see. Wait.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Oh.
Dangerous.
Don't expect much more than that.
I'll take speed. He said makes it worth it every time.
Hey, we can kill it.
Making Lady Rhea proud. I feel stronger.
He's trying to become your dancer. There's the enemies.
That's unfortunate.
So you have come. I'll make sure you never leave.
Are they dangerous?
I don't know if she's strong enough to... Oh, she'll live.
Okay. No mages over there, is there?
No, but she's a thief, so it's like her defense is garbage.
Yeah. But I just mean if she survives the first hit, Hilda can come in and block everything.
Thank you.
I don't have time for failure.
That helps.
Yeah.
Here comes the crit. Oh, surprising.
Can't get greedy now.
I call that a win.
Well, no, I figured it was going to be the second hit crit after you taking damage. Oh, she can heal too, so that's nice.
Not so fast.
Won't lose next time either.
I don't get what the horse falls over.
I don't know. I was trying to think of a pun. I was like, yeah, I can't even think of a pun. That-
Why does he even give Anna a crest?
Yeah, I am too. So, oh.
Guess I'm pretty strong.
I wonder what that is. Looks like you can use it, but who knows what'll happen. Good looking out.
I think Lorenz is gonna be up here because I'm gonna use his ability to like give everyone huge movement to try and like get the kill on the boss.
I'm just glad your characters are starting to feel kind of strong, because I remember the first few chapters was kind of rough.
Yeah, the first few chapters are always rough.
That's what you get.
Aww.
I really should remember like where all these go already.
What turn are you on?
I still have plenty of time.
Okay.
Fortunate. Again, I should remember where all these go, but I don't. What does that lever do?
I'm just waiting for the trap teleport that teleports you right into the boss room.
I'm pretty sure activating this lever does not, like, okay, I need to send, where's Anna? Oh yeah, she's way over here. I don't remember what this lever does. Oh goodness. I'm pretty sure it doesn't open this, but it might.
Here, there's just a door that you use to, they have to open up. There's one.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the chest key.
Yeah.
You do. Get over there. Turn 14.
You have 11 turns left.
Yeah, and like once this door opens, it's pretty much like that's the game right there.
Yeah. You're trying to get to where he is. It was the one on the right.
Yeah. Well, there's also a chest up here.
Oh, yeah. Not that one.
Yeah, I'm doing a bad job. Just keep track of what I'm doing.
There we go. It's all of them, right?
Where did this one go to?
I don't think I ever took it. Over there.
So. This one went here to the switch.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it does. We're gonna go this way. So I'm pretty sure there's no like super secret room besides that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it turns off all the things.
What things?
Panels.
Oh. Including the teleport ones?
No, not those. I think it turns off like all the specialty defense things or whatever. Alright, one more turn. I got the treasure chest and I can just try to end it.
Zerg.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We're just gonna try to go for the steal on those items on the boss.
I could try to steal it, I guess. I mean, that's what my main character can. He's the thief, so he can get in there and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he won't move. Should I just let my mage, like, the mage just kill? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'm hoping that the music gets better later in this game, because I think that's one of my issues with this game right now, is the music is very boring.
Oh, it gets really good.
Okay, good.
I think I get it.
I have my reasons.
One-way warp.
This is what I do.
Ooh. Yep, that's what that did. Knock, knock.
Right, I forgot I had to, like, unlock the door. Oh, I'm stupid. That's okay.
Concerned that the boss is going to destroy whoever walks through that door.
The boss won't move.
Oh, okay, well then never mind then.
Don't underestimate us.
He didn't take any damage from that.
You chunky.
What's...
Oh.
I
Okay.
knew it was gonna be effective. I didn't think it was gonna be that effective.
Who needs to steal when you can just murder?
Okay.
And before miss, and then you die.
I mean, I've got resets if it really comes down to it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't have any way to get supports like to help, but I think I could just I'd gamble a
82.
yeah, I'd gamble that.
Alright.
I was really just gonna gambit this and oh, never mind. Yeah, okay.
I have no need of you. Oh no! You're very dead.
How vexing. This isn't what I wanted.
Gamble failed.
Let's keep the mad melee move.
Okay.
I got this.
Who, me?
I think I increase my aim if I kill one of the people, but I also don't want to accidentally. I think.
What you don't want to accidentally do?
I'm gonna try to hit him.
Gambit boost.
I think now is good.
You.
I can't afford to lose.
Trying to hit him with more gambits. I don't know if it'll affect him more, but
Leave it to me.
Worth a shot. Same chance. But maybe the RNG is shaken up a bit. Okay, we okay this time.
My efforts are paying off.
it's such a like poor sport move.
Halt. You're having a bit too much fun.
You are getting in the way of my game.
Huh. You'll have more opportunities to play soon. Your work here is done.
Understood. I will go.
We will cross paths again. I am the Flayn Emperor. It is I who will reforge the world.
Flame Emperor, eh? Seemed quite frightened of us, if you ask me.
He's gone. We should get these two out of here. Let's get out of this horrible place. Come on, we can carry them up.
Oh yeah. Oh, you did feed him a bunch of kills.
I guess.
He also leveled up like 3 times.
He did level quite a bit. But I figured Lithia would have gotten more. Like I said, more kills and more like.
My thank you so much.
Killing the boss would be like a ton of like MVP
They're
points.
both alive. Thank
Thank.
goodness.
You actually found Flayn? Nice work.
It is a shame you could not be there, Claude. I would have liked for you to witness our mortal struggle against the Death Knight.
I mean, we destroyed him.
Hey, at least we managed to rescue Flayn and complete our mission. That's what counts, right? Right. Excellent work, everyone. Now then, let's get these limp ladies to the infirmary, shall we?
No problem. I can carry them both at once.
Be gentle with them, Raphael. Let us carry each one individually. And slowly.
You know, Teach, seeing you smile sure makes me feel better. You look happy for a change. Do you really not know? Well, truth is, I've never seen you smile before now. At times, it made me wonder whether you were even human. But I suppose that was just my imagination running wild. Anyhow, we've probably kept Sedith waiting about as long as he can stand. Let's hurry up and tell him the great news.
Professor, please allow me to express my eternal gratitude once more. Flayn is safe and sound, and I have you to thank for that. Mere words could never express how thankful I am. I am indebted to you. Yes, indeed. I too am overjoyed. Her kidnapper was the masked knight who vanished during the Rite of Rebirth, the one known as the Death Knight. Considering the circumstances, it seems plausible to assume that his true identity is Yaritza. And we cannot forget about the mysterious Flame Emperor. His true motives are yet unclear. However, I have an idea. I believe the enemy may have been after Flayn's blood. The blood that flows through her veins is special. It is extremely rare, and extremely dangerous. If enemies who know the secrets of Flayn's blood have appeared, our only option is to leave the monastery and go into hiding.
Brother, wait.
Flayn, what are you doing here? You should be resting.
I do not like the path of your thoughts. I do not wish to live in some lonely, remote location where I never get to see anyone. Not ever again.
If we stay here, you may be targeted again. Wouldn't it be better for the two of us to live in peace?
Even if we ran off to some new, secret location, there is no guarantee that they would not find us. That is why I believe it would be safest to stay in the monastery, where we are surrounded by capable knights and professors.
I see your point. I do. However...
You know it is the only reasonable option. What if I were to join the professor's class?
Why would you do that?
You think so too? I am so very
I want
pleased
those
to
bonus
hear
points.
that. With a professor like you nearby, I shall be safe no matter what foe should appear.
I see. I am afraid you have a good point. Professor, due to my position, I have closely scrutinized everything about you. After all that has happened, I must admit that you are indeed a trusted ally. So what say you? Can I entrust you with Flayn's safety?
Suppose I have no choice.
I am so glad that Flayn is safe. Yet I can't help but wonder what the story is about that other girl. She wore the uniform of the academy, but who is she?
I don't remember who they're referring to.
Well done,
There was
Professor.
a red-haired girl with
I
them.
see that I was right to ask your class for assistance. I have been told that Manuela and Flayn are recovering nicely, as is Monica. Monica, the girl you rescued along with Flayn, is also a student of the Officers' Academy. However...
She is a student from last year's class. She went missing just before she would have graduated. It never occurred to us that something might have happened to her at the monastery. We assumed she had run away. I never dreamed that we would find her. Not like this.
Monica has asked to rejoin the Black Eagle House once she has fully recovered. Our enemies are still out there, so we must remain cautious and continue our investigation. However, we must also help the students to move on from this incident.
That's the red group, right?
After all, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion will be held in Gronder Field next month.
Yes, the students will remember it for the rest of their lives. Please guide them so that they may show us their best at the coming battle.
So, you'll be going to Gronder Field next month. You've never been there before, have you? There is unease in the western side of the Empire, but everything east of the capital, Enbar, is stable. Well, there was a noble rebellion a short while ago, but it didn't amount to much. Sorry, but I've got my own mission, and it's far from Gronder Field. The Church has always been quick to make use of those who work for them. What I'm more concerned about is finding out who among us is pulling the strings. Ever since the Rite of Rebirth, strange groups have been seen around Garreg Mach and elsewhere too. There was also an incident where some knights investigating these suspicious strangers turned up dead. Not that it's likely, but if something like that ever happens to me, search this room, every corner, behind every shelf. I'm going to leave something for you. Don't just nod solemnly. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just being cautious. Then again, I guess you're always solemn.
You are just like a brick wall.
Statues have more personality than you. Nah, I think this is like the perfect like Fire Emblem like custom character. Like you, Avatar. Yeah, Avatar.
Part
This is like the
White
the
Cloud.
best Fire Emblem Avatar of the
Wyvern
entire
Moon.
series, hands down.
Field of the Eagle and Lion.
Because honestly, I much prefer this than another Corrin.
From
What about
on
Robin?
high, flocks of
Robin was like a
wyverns
solid
roar in
okay.
chorus and soar
Actually,
to
I'd say
strong
Robin was good
skies,
because
heading
Robin was not the
south
main
for
character.
winter. Fodlan's children lend their hands to winter preparations by gathering firewood and catching fish from the river's cool waters. Yet all the while, their gazes are turned skyward, drawn to the magnificent sight above.
I always forgot how bored the narrator sounds in this game.
I like it though. He's just a story man telling the story for the 1000th time. It's one of those like I feel like there's times when having a boring narrator like sucks, but this is like nah. This makes sense that he's telling history that he's told 100 times. It's been told throughout time, all time. We got more money.
Yay.
Yes, join my class, Dorothea.
Well, I had fun today. Of course. You want to see me again, yes?
Whoa there.
Of course. I'd love to, Dorothea.
Well, until we meet again.
Is that the Faithless Knight or is that someone else?
Oh!
That's just a
hello,
random
Professor.
night.
Were you watching that? You look like you have something to say, Professor. Look, I know what I'm doing. My claim as a diva won't last forever after all. I must look to the future. As a man, you may not feel so rushed about these things, but I know my beauty will eventually fade. I wish I could be that easygoing.
Not winning the love points.
I'm not just playing games
Yeah, that's
with
true.
these
I don't.
boys. This is for my future. You have no right to object. I very much want to find a good partner here at the Academy. Someone who will take care of me for the rest of my life. Finding someone to take care of me? Of course it is. Who could ask for anything more? Anyway, I value your opinion, Professor, but I won't have you interfering with my life plans. Unless you'd like to take care of me into my old age. That'd be something, eh? How about it, Professor?
Okay.
I wasn't... You aren't being serious, are you? I was just teasing.
Actually thought that
or
was
did you really just consider spending your whole life with me? If you did, that actually makes me... It makes me happy. I had no idea you might look at me that way. You've gotten awfully quiet. You might even be blushing a bit. Have I embarrassed you? If so, I'm very, very sorry. I should be going anyway. I'll see you later, Professor.
Hey, it worked.
All
well,
of
hello,
supports.
Professor. You came all the way to my room to... Oh. You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's not that I want to miss lectures. Exactly. Drowsiness is my arch nemesis. For some reason, I just can't seem to win against it. Just talking about it makes me sleepy. That sounds more than a little exhausting. I think I'll stay in. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me?
Man, he's like the male Hilda.
You're definitely a strange one.
You're not wrong, actually. Well, that's not true. He's actually, like, really hardworking. He just does, like, he's a night owl.
Wow.
In truth, your very
He's
nature
like-
is odd.
He's a night owl and
You're
doesn't even
definitely
realize
not
that
a
kind of thing.
commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else. And yet you can wield one of the hero's relics. You're like a hero in some silly legend. Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either. Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours? It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know. Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor.
Oh my god. Gonna get through this week?
I think this was actually a story one.
It's finally time. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion at Gronder Field is this month. Don't tell me you forgot, Teach. You're kidding. Didn't Rhea or Sedith fill you in? Guess I have to do everything myself around here. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is one of the Academy's annual traditions. It's a huge mock battle between the three rival houses.
But you know all about rivalry battles, Professor. There was one right after you got here, remember? I hear the Battle of the Eagle and Lion will be held in Gronder Field, far away from Garreg Mach.
The house that defeats the most opponents wins. It's a three-way battle that relies heavily on strategy. Sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Hey, Claude, what about Professor Manuela? Do you think she'll be able to join us despite her injuries?
I'm afraid she's sitting this one out, as is Professor Hanneman.
As my persistent rival will not be present, it only goes to follow that I must also sit out this year's battle. Now leave me be, Claude.
Oh, don't worry about us. You know you want to see the kids in action.
If it isn't our own Professor Manuela, all things considered, you're looking well.
Thanks to all of you. But I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see me collapsed. Well, not on the battlefield anyway.
Does that mean you really won't be joining us for the battle?
Correct. We will not be participating. Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily, or at all.
Well put. We've spent the past few months pushing our students to their limits. You can see me in the infirmary after they destroy you. Oh my, look at you! If you're as confident as all that, my students will walk all over you.
We have taught our students well. There is no need to hold back. Challenge them with everything you have.
Alright, since we're at this point, I'm gonna cut the video since we're inside stuff now again.
Well, there's still like a lot of main story time the first time you go through, but it's up to
Still like a lot of walking around.
yeah, there's a lot of walking around.
Oh, well, you can do the supports real quick before we call it on that.
Marianne, do you mind if I ask you about something?
Yes?
It's about animal behavior. Among us all, you surely know the most about animals. I've read that in outdoor battles, wild animals can sometimes cause unexpected confusion. What do you think would be the best strategy to... are you listening, Marianne?
I was listening. I just don't think I can really...
For crying out loud! Why do you always have to admit defeat before even giving yourself a chance?
My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without me.
This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible. You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being, destined to bring doom and gloom to anyone you encounter.
Well...
Why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? How could you possibly be so dense?
I just...
Just nothing. Now you listen to me for a moment. I can see that you have some deep-seated turmoil you struggle with. I'll have you know I have quite a few issues of my own, perhaps more grave than yours, if you can imagine.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not the only one who has such troubles to contend with. Everyone does. That's why it's so important to maintain a positive outlook and do what we can. Each time we find the light in the dark, we grow, bit by bit. And without growth, what's the point in carrying on?
Lysithia, I envy your confidence and strength.
Don't envy me. Instead, just choose to find the positive, won't you?
Yes. Well, maybe someday.
The time is now! This is your moment!
Oh, okay.
That's more like it. Now to start, why don't you help me out by answering my questions about wild animals?
I'll certainly try my best.
They did spend a lot of time together.
Hey, Cyril. What are you up to? Working?
You're in the way, Hilda. Move.
How rude. I'm not in the way.
Are you just here to goof off?
No, I'm here to feed the horses, actually.
Uh-huh. Where's the fodder, then?
I wasn't sure where to find it. Can you help with that?
I'll take care of it. I'm cleaning the place anyways.
Oh, thanks. It's great to have you on the job. I know you'll handle it perfectly.
Yeah, well, I don't like it when I feel like I'm not doing my part.
You're always so focused on the task at hand. Sometimes I almost forget you're Almiran. I always thought they were a rough and unreliable sort of people.
That's racist.
Well, you're not really like the rest of them. You seem normal for the most part.
Rough and unreliable, huh?
My family has to fight against Almiran sometimes. Not that my father or brother ever clued me in on what the battles were like. But I do know that armies from Almira will attack without reason and break treaties and tell lies. Everyone says they're a bunch of brutes.
Yeah? Huh.
Am I boring you? I'm talking about your people.
Those aren't my people. I was just born there.
Okay, let's turn the tables. How do the people of Fodlan seem to you, from an Almiran perspective?
Huh.
That look on your face. Are you okay?
I can't tell you what I think of folks from Fodlan. I don't really got an impression of them altogether.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's all sorts of different people everywhere. You can't say everybody of one place is any one thing. It's no different when you're talking about Fodlan or Almira or any place else. And wherever you go, you see people in power keep the weak ones down. The only difference far as I'm concerned is, one place has Lady Rhea, and the other don't.
So, like, I can't remember because it's been so long. Is there like actually a lot of story in the initial run through of things?
Yeah, the first time you go through around here, everyone has like a different thing to say.
Alright, we'll keep that in, I guess. If I'm assuming we're exploring this first run.
Yeah, because there's so much things to do. But there's fish. I'll do all the actual timed activities last. Oh, I'll do the food.
Do fishing at the end, and I can cut it before we do that.
This monastery is more dangerous than I expected. It's likely that our foes have infiltrated the ranks of the teachers. And there may be others of questionable character about as well. If you ask me, there is something amiss about that old man, Tomas.
Oh.
Wow, that was a quick day.
Oh, that would be awful.
Having a fishing tournament before the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. At first I couldn't figure out what they were thinking. But the fish are especially tasty this time of year, so I don't question it anymore. Have you had any, Professor? You'd better eat up before it's all gone.
And the frame rate in town is kind of janky.
Hi, Professor. Want to know something? Gronder is in the territory of House Burgleys in the Empire. That's right next to my home, the region of House Varley. Oh, no. What if my parents come to watch? Really? Are you sure? You wouldn't say that if you weren't completely sure, right?
My suggestion would be just run around and talk to everybody that has something to talk about, and then we can cut it, and then you can do your side stuff after that.
Alright.
Why would we go all the way to Gronder Field? It's idiocy to travel that far. It may be a tradition, but it takes forever to get there and is exhausting. So pointless. I guess there's nothing to be done about it. Even by you, Professor.
I'm just gonna do the flower things because it's right here.
That's fine. And Cyril's here
Forget
too.
about it. I'm gonna be upset.
Fodlan is big. It's not as big as Almira is, but it's still pretty big. Travel? I don't know. Never thought about it, I guess.
Professor, has Seteth told you? We're to have a fishing tournament. Given the events of the last month, I believe this is just the sort of distraction we need, staff and student alike. I'm afraid I'm not one for such festivities. I do enjoy a spot of fishing, though. I believe it best that I stick to quietly fishing by myself.
You know, I'm pretty good at fishing. My older brother used to take me out. Why don't you give it a try, too? They say we can eat whatever we catch.
No.
Sometimes it's nice to dangle a fishing line and let your mind wander. I'd love to spend some time lounging around by a scenic river or lake.
Holding such a frivolous and downright ridiculous event so close to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? It's absolutely absurd. Although, they did say we could eat whatever we catch. I'm a sucker for a good meal. I just couldn't resist.
Welcome to the Monastery Fishing Tournament. You look confused. Didn't Seteth tell you about it? Just catch whatever fish Flayn requests. Show any fish you catch to Flayn. I have a favor to ask.
A lot of bait.
Oh, you're entering too. Then how about a little friendly competition? Let's see who can catch the biggest fish. There's no way I'll lose.
So you are joining the fishing tournament? That's great, but you don't stand a chance against me. I just caught this beauty. I bet you can't catch a bigger one of the same kind.
I am happy that you will have participation. Maybe you and I both can have a small contest with each other? We will both have catching of the same fish type and do comparisons. Whoever has the fish with the biggest size will be winning, okay?
We didn't run into her last time we walked around here.
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see.
I think there's areas I didn't go to, but I
haven't
talked
been
to her.
biting. What shouting? Everyone told me I was too loud, so I've been using my quiet voice.
Will you be taking part 2, Professor? I must admit I am quite excited. I cannot recall the type of fish I was hoping to dine on. So, if you do manage to catch a fish, do you mind bringing it for me to see? Oh, that is mine! Thank you so very much.
Oh yeah, she's part of your class now, isn't she?
Have you thought about entering? Maybe you and I could have a little friendly competition. I just caught this fish here. Why don't you try catching a bigger one of the same type?
4 stars.
Do you have time for a request?
Bandits. Guess we're doing battles in one of these weeks.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Young Monica disappeared last year. I thought she had simply run along home, but it turns out she was kidnapped. I can't believe it. How awful it must have been for the poor thing. They say her personality has completely changed, but at least she seems more cheerful than before. Grateful to be alive, perhaps?
He's totally the mastermind.
Yeah. Anna's kind of a short.
Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand.
For money. I love that.
Bill, huh?
Hey, how about a favor? Appreciate it.
Remember those trade secret? You didn't see it when I was managing my inventory, but I had some valuable secrets from the previous mission. And I was able to reuse them.
Nice.
Hey, Professor. How's it going? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working.
For money.
You understand.
I love it. I love it.
What do you
I think you should make one of your stream titles like "Working for Money," but then have no monetization whatsoever.
Never.
Got any more? Nope.
Farewell.
Bunch of garbage.
Hello, Master. Oh, look at that kitty.
You don't have any food.
I have just not a lot of it.
Full already. It only wanted one fish.
Alright, I hope you're ready for this.
Welcome.
Oh my goodness.
You have a good eye. A pleasure. You have a pleasure. You have a good eye. A pleasure.
You have a good eye. You have a good eye.
That's why I'm trying to do it as fast as I can, so we don't.
You have a good eye. You have a good eye. A pleasure. You have a pleasure doing business with. Come again.
Come again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. 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 This one, yes? I thank you.
Oh my goodness, tea is so expensive.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes?
Or I used up all the money you made from that last battle.
Soon, please.
It's the budget I got from Leia, and it went to very important stuff, okay? The fishing bait, gifts for my students. Weapons? They got weapons.
Pardon me.
I would have bought mercenaries if I could afford, if they had any. I can afford them, they just don't have any.
Everyone else is... Oh, come on.
When you feel that first refreshing breeze upon your face, you know it is almost time for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Gronder Field is within the Empire, but the path there from the monastery necessitates passing through Alliance territory. Fodlan's biggest river, the Aramid River, flows along the border between the Empire and the Alliance. You will have to cross one of the largest bridges upon that river, the Great Bridge of Myrden.
Hey! The Death Knight's true identity. Personally, I don't think it could be Yaritza. He taught me swordsmanship. He said I had talent and the potential to get pretty strong. He was a little scary, of course. But it's hard for me to believe he's a bad person.
He was kind of nice to me, so he can't be evil.
A fishing tournament, huh? Sounds fun, but not as fun as reeling in the ladies. Just kidding, of course. The most important thing right now is preparing for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. After all, the ladies love nothing more than a winner. And around here, there's no bigger game. I knew you'd understand, Professor.
Are you trying to pick him up?
It won't be bad to have. He's one of the few people that actually like board games.
Oh, I can really have this? What's up, Professor? Hey, I got a girl.
Maybe, eventually.
Flayn and Monica, was it? I'm glad they were returned safe and sound.
Did
you want something?
You.
Hey.
There's a quest over there.
I need a favor. Hey.
What about the guys over on the other side over there?
Get them.
Huh?
We'll get to them all.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, I'm not gonna take an optimal pass.
Hello.
I'm just absolutely exhausted. I swear to you, Professor, every month we're worked harder than the month before. I had imagined the Academy as a chance to possibly relax before our lives began in earnest. Agreed. That's the Church of Seros for you. What is it they say? Those with power are obliged to use it.
You know, the Empire used to control all of Fodlan. But after the Civil War, the northern region split off and became the Kingdom. Later, the eastern part of the Kingdom seceded to become the Alliance. There are 3 powers today, but 1,000 years ago, we were all united as one. Even now, among the nobles of the Empire, there are some who dream of reunifying Fodlan.
I received a rare letter from my father recently. He said that he is praying for the Golden Deer House to emerge victorious. Insistently praying. My father attended the Officers' Academy and won a glorious victory in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I think he is quite proud of that, even to this day. I suppose that shows how great an honor it truly is.
I think I'm gonna lose just so he can be sad. What do you think? Dexterity +2 or speed +1?
Speed.
I enjoy baking sweets, but I'm not sure how I'll do cooking other types of food. I see.
That's some fire.
Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training.
Join my class. My frames.
Oh god, is it going that slow because of the frame rate?
Yes.
Oh god.
It's like walking through Jello. We're free now.
I thought you just weren't running.
Seth, that stubborn goat. Holding a fishing tournament now? Just last month he looked like death warmed over.
Well, excuse me, Professor. Do you think it would reflect poorly on me if I chose not to take part in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Yes.
Oh, I see. I'm not very confident, but I'll try my best.
I feel like there probably wasn't an answer that would make her happy on that one. She's a depressing piece of junk.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Field is in the Empire, right? I wonder how we'll get there. I thought I heard that there's no path that goes straight from the monastery to the Empire. Oh, perhaps we'll travel through Alliance territory. Yes, I see. From the east, we would go... there. Ah, yes, that must be it.
You know if she ever gets like less downer like later in the game?
Yes. Well, yeah, but like because of the support conversations, some of them are still like she's a Debbie Downer. It's one of those like it doesn't make much sense. A lot of them don't make sense because it's like
Out of order.
Yeah, it's almost out of order.
As long as she gets more positive later in the game.
Thank you so much. Huh? You...
Magic.
Need to be a mage.
Fishing? No thanks. I tried it once and... ugh, gross. I don't even really like to eat fish, let alone catch and gut them. Besides, who can think about fishing right now? The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is coming up soon. Feeling confident? That's the spirit.
I have... Yes, bag of rocks.
Are you sure?
Join me.
I do find you very...
Never.
Where's my charisma at? Oh, me. Mine. I go here.
D.
I got charisma 16. What's my authority at though? C. What'd you expect? I don't know what it actually is, but
You need you to be at A rank.
oh. Run fast.
Professor, do you have a second? It's about Monica. Does she seem off to you?
But no, we haven't
She was
talked to
in
her.
prison for a long while, but she seems to have recovered almost instantly, and she's been bizarrely cheerful. You see what I mean? I wonder if she's straining to seem happy just to make people comfortable. And why is she so close to Edelgard anyway?
There's people talking in the arena, but we'll do that. Hate going back and forth in the arena.
Of course. The situation last month was dire indeed. The students endured great hardship. I hope you were able to put all of that behind you, so that you may focus on this month's assignment. A most reassuring response. I trust that your class is in good hands. I look forward to seeing your skills on display at the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Must bribe.
Oh, I adore this.
I have something to ask of you. I have not even told you what my request is yet. Well, fine. Flayn has been through an awful lot this past month.
No.
To make up for that, I have
She's
decided to
bored.
give her whatever she wants. I asked her what she would like, and she expressed a desire for a feast of fish. Since I'm sure the students would be interested, I have decided to hold a fishing tournament here at the monastery. I have left all of the specifics to Shamir. Please, enter and put in your best effort.
She's being adorable.
And destructive.
Yes. But mostly adorable.
I'm sorry to...
Yeah, gotta go fast.
How are preparations for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion going? Fishing? Taking it easy, are you? The recent happenings at the monastery. There is something going on behind the scenes here. I've been commissioned to investigate as well. As I've already mentioned, this month I'm off to the kingdom. You be on your guard, okay? Perhaps I've gotten in your head too much. I won't go dying on you. I've stayed alive this long after all.
Sounds like something someone would say if they're gonna die.
Oh, it's not waving that flags.
I always thought I was pretty good, you know? Then I'd go and get stabbed. Oh. But my opponent was the Death Knight, so I figure I did pretty well to only get stabbed. I wonder if it's true that he is actually Yuritsa. Whoever he is, I'm going to make him pay. It turns out that when I get stabbed, I get really mad.
Turns out I don't like being stabbed very much.
I'm not going to let him get the better of me again.
Such power dwells within.
I don't know if you've heard, but Flayn is very special. Her blood carries a rare crest. Oh, the lengths to which she could advance my research, if only I were able to study her. If only it weren't for Seteth's strict orders. He protects his sister with unusual zeal. Have you ever tried convincing Seteth of anything? I'm not sure I could convince that man the sky is blue, if he hadn't already looked up for himself.
Trying to be coy to play at the board. Don't do it, cat. No. Can't help it. Her instincts to kill are too great. Hey, Lorenz. Let's try to get some support.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But this is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Law. Get it? Law.
That professor experience.
More than you'll get from this entire fishing tournament.
Hi, Professor. Have you heard the rumor about the Goddess Tower? Well, there's an annual ball here the month after next, during the ethereal moon. They say if a boy and a girl wish for something together at the Goddess Tower on that night, the goddess herself will grant it. I don't know where the rumor started, but it's a great story, isn't it?
Professor? Oh, I'm so sorry. I was lost in thought. The Death Knight's true identity. Could it actually be Professor Yuritsa?
Professor.
Okay.
Need something? This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
The quest.
I have a favor to ask.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is a free-for-all contest among the three classes. If you are victorious, the Archbishop will no doubt present you with a reward. Just what I thought you'd say.
Along with Flayn, we found another female student who went missing last year. But now the combat Professor Yuritsa has vanished. His origin begged many questions, so there were plenty of objections to his appointment here. He is apparently from House Rim of the Empire, but he was adopted from another family, or so they say. Anyway, there hasn't been much good to be said about House Rim in recent decades.
Professor. What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later to...
Oh, hello, Professor. Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment.
Not suspicious
Sorry,
at all.
Professor. I've got a lot of questions to ask Adel here. Since I couldn't graduate last year, I really want to make sure I can do so this year.
That's right. Do we have any like real good sword?
No.
did it! I did!
Not confident at your success.
Ooh. Wow, I don't think it's possible for me to beat him.
I don't either. Let's see, like, misses his 6% miss rate, like, multiple times. Actually, even then, I don't think you're doing enough damage to him. Nope.
Well, I think that was the last of the, There's talking about there, but it's all the tournament stuff. Like the fishing tournament.
Right.
Bottom left.
We're done with plot.
Yeah, we're all done with the plot stuff, so we can actually call right there.
Alright. Cutting the video, we will, our next video will be when we're, like, ready to do the next story thing, I guess. Goodbye, everybody.